welcome to the General's Gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to Red Alert 3. The General's Gentlemen are your hosts for this here shoutcast. We have two super cool Super Mad Dog players for you today on the world's most common map. Playing as our blue Soviets, it will be Ariburnu.
And his opponent, the yellow allies, Vindies. Now, I was curious about why this map is called Infinity Isle, and then I worked out why after many a year of contemplation. It's because infinity is the amount of times this map has been played. So, it makes sense.
Yeah, I totally get that, dude. You're a real thinker. Has nothing to do with
I'm
the shape of the
basically
map.
Socrates.
Yeah, you pretty much.
Actually,
like,
can you call me Socrates from now on?
Dude. Can I call you Aristotle? Is that a... Dude, I would...
Dude, with angered Poseidon.
Are we?
Yeah.
Damn. Dude. Who was it that heard you? Socrates heard you? Or, wasn't that happy?
Yeah. Well, it's raining outside. That's you can probably hear it on the mics. But a lot of conscripts here. Dogs and the peacekeepers. So the peacekeepers, pretty strong versus conscripts. The dogs are very weak. They get gunned down very quickly by the conscripts.
Man.
The bears are quite tanky.
I say, like, rain is the hardest counter I've found so far to our microphones. So.
Well, I mean, having a dodgy cable is a pretty good counter as well.
Yeah,
Oh wow, that's a
I
good
guess.
stun, but
It's done.
doesn't matter if there's no follow-up.
Yeah.
So the flea jump will knock back infantry. So if you time that really well, you can get some sick micro.
Did you know if you use 10 bears to stun at the same time, you can start an SCV? Did you know that? So, no,
MCV?
The construction.
Yeah, you said SCV, like StarCraft.
No, I said MCV.
Okay, well, maybe the rain.
Yeah.
Poseidon's whispering.
So
in my
don't try
ears.
that. That was a General Gentleman joke. No, General Gentleman guarantee. Please don't try and stun the MCVs with your bears. Won't go well for you.
F10 to surrender.
Yeah.
Oh, what is
Stun?
it? Oh,
Stun?
okay. He's
Stuns?
going for it here. Stuns on the behalf of the allies, it seems, though. But still, the few bears remain here. Vindicator's taking some damage from the bullfrogs and gets all of it. Peacekeepers can't get inside the multi-gun turret, so no super big shotgun of death.
No, it's a negative, but still a pretty hefty conscript advantage. Triple bullfrog as well. So what are they up to? What's the plan? You gonna whack down a wall?
I just realized they can't shoot down the repair drones. Very, very, very bad misplay. But conscript's going for the power plant instead. So I think he's worried about a multi-gunner turret spawning, knowing that the airfield is not a threat. There's 3 bullfrogs there, so that is probably going to be multi-gunner turret. Okay, here come the dogs. He had his Molotovs out, so he couldn't actually gun them down.
Wow.
So that was really well timed, baiting him with the shield. I guess it was a misplay that he toggled all of his peacekeepers, his cons to the Molotovs.
Yeah, that was full stun as well. That was pretty crazy. How low was the power plant in the end? Like half?
Yeah, about half
before?
health, and it is pretty fragile because he has to blow up the wall first.
Yeah. So fairly close, and the bullfrogs will evac. Not much they can do now.
3 refineries for both of our players. Now you can actually build the naval expansion over the low ground.
Probably what we're going to see here.
You can also build the naval yard, and you get the Stingray as Soviets, which is it's an amphibious ship that can walk on land, and it has this really powerful lightning weapon, but it's quite fragile. But sometimes you'll see players use that for harassment. Just walk in off the water, and then just start going for the buildings or the harvesters. If you catch them off guard, it's very powerful.
I see. Cool. So it looks like both of our players went for that relocation of the MCV, so they have access to these additional refineries in this forward position. That's how Infinity generally gets played out, so I don't think we've seen anything too crazy just yet. RIP dog. He's got a bit of a scout off, sees what the composition is, how many bullfrogs, how many hammer tanks are we dealing with.
Now this dog is really important. The dog actually reveals the naval yard, so perhaps you'll have some units in position. Apollo, or MiG in the air rather, so Stingrays could definitely be quite powerful. There is a war factory, however, so just Guardian tanks are more than enough against Stingrays, but no, decides to cancel his naval yard.
Sentry gun trying to be thrown down, not in time, however. These to be zappy zapped, as are the hammer tanks. Now, the bullfrogs rolling in. They're a little bit late, however.
Okay, there's actually a spy there. Does stun the spy, but not the peacekeepers. There we go. Pretty good stun so far.
Okay,
Still,
there's follow-up chain stuns.
there we go.
Good hustle.
Ooh, nice MiG snipe. Sniping with the MiGs, that is. So the MiG fighters, it's a bit harder to actually repair them because they don't repair from the airfield. You need to buy a crusher crane. Trying again with his naval yard.
Yeah, give me another shot, but I mean, should have been revealed. Maybe he doesn't know about the dog, hasn't seen it yet. It's possible. Get veteran seed, bro. Such a polo fighter.
Yeah, 2v1 there as well. Apollos are much better in a 1v1, but 1v2, of course, being a different story. But as it is now, that's fine because there's no repairs.
Yeah.
Or at least not yet. I'm
No
sure
crane.
he's getting one soon.
Okay, getting leeched pretty hard. Not really much for the Bears to do during this engagement. They really should be pulled back. They do their job. This is a really nice engagement.
So now one of them...
Hammer tanks just focusing down one by one.
So they get the weapon upgrade off of what they destroyed, the leech beam. Nice harassment here. Tesla coil not in time to prevent this.
It is armor time, but RIP refinery goes down again. Someone also needs to call the Ghostbusters. They appear to have an ectoplasm situation on one of the refineries.
Dr. Thrax is very pleased right now. So this is a lot of hammer tanks, and this makes sense because the hammer tanks can outrange any defenses. But there's still a fair bit of air units here, so preservation of the bullfrog's very important. The MiGs still haven't been repaired, so has to definitely play around these bullfrogs.
Absolutely. Cryocopter is still going to be an issue. Only 2 of them. Haven't added on another one. Here comes the push from Burn.
Okay, there's no Terror drone nearby, so...
Pretty serious damage. The hammer tanks get a weapon upgrade to build stuff if they take it down with the leech beam.
They repair the MiGs. Okay, Cryo Shot doesn't quite get the mark though. The MCV is going to set up, try and deploy a Tesla coil, I can assume. This is currently shrunk, and the Vindicators are taking so much damage there from the flak. Couple of multi-gunner turrets there, but doesn't matter against so many hammer tanks.
Bullfrog timing's actually really good there to make sure the cryocopters don't get much work done. Very nicely played engagement. We can see a lot of stuff going down here. Plenty of bullfrogs, plenty of bears, plenty of hammer tanks on this engagement. This is the situation you don't want to be in.
Okay, here come the MiGs. Bullfrogs were taken out, so the only anti-air that remains.
Anyway, the cryocopters, after one of them, does get sniped down, however.
Yeah, the MCV fell. That's the tech as well. So now down to tier 0. No more Guardian tanks, cryocopters.
Gonna allow for the replenishment of these hammers, I'd say, which would be nice.
Wow, the IFV gets fully heroic from killing that heroic hammer tank.
Yeah, so this attack will eventually be cleaned up. Like, I don't really like sending in individual hammer tanks. What are they going to get done at this point? Not really anything. The anti-air isn't there at this point. Should just be taking advantage, taking the tech advantage and building back up again.
He's going to lose these MCV.
Yeah. There's nothing here.
There's no crane back at home either. Has a lot of bullfrogs though. Yeah, I think he just sold it there.
The way to go. There's really no way for it to evac it.
He has to build flak troopers now. You can't build the flat cannons. So do they actually bother building their MCV again, or do they close the game out? So
Is that Burn building it, or is that...
That's Vindies.
Vindy building it.
As for... No, he's not.
Oh.
He doesn't need it as much, though, because he still has these here, too. So you can put in the hammer tanks. Doesn't have an airfield, though, unfortunately. That would make his life a lot easier.
It would be. So this is going to have to be a timing attack. It's just like, before the MCV actually sets up, when we see, like, rebuild into Sentinels, it's just this attack comes through and does heaps of damage. So I'm guessing that's the plan. These cryocopters get caught out. Like, that's such a crucial part of the army for Vindies as well. It's a good freeze.
Oh, there's Vindicators there.
Nice, yeah, that's good. Yeah, this seems like good timing. Seems like a good timing attack.
So perhaps we'll see the Peacekeepers go inside the IFVs, because there's a lot of flak troopers here.
It's actually a really good shrink. Reducing the range of the leech beam, it couldn't outrange the turret anymore, but that doesn't matter. There are a lot more hammer tanks where that came from.
Vindies a little outnumbered here.
Construction yard in the exact same place, and the exact same thing is going to happen. It's going to go down
He
again.
might have cryo shot though, but he's going to need more than just that.
Okay.
There's still more and more hammer tanks, several bullfrogs, packing up his MCV.
Seems a bit late. Oh, it's going to go down.
No, it packs it up, puts the cryo shot.
Sets up, cryo shot gets dodged.
So he doesn't get much, only gets a couple of the flak troopers, and it may be enough here. Still the fully heroic IAV and a Vet 2-1. The garrison's there as well, but it's blocked by the barracks.
Nothing really for the bullfrogs to do. They're a little bit out of position, didn't really limit the effectiveness of the cryocopters that were pretty much purely going for freezers. Now they're going to go on the hunt. I like this. This is a fairly baller play. It's just like, it got to get something traded out. Something has to be here.
He overcommitted to bullfrogs. They can't just back away though. I think they're the same speed as the Riptides.
Yeah. Are they the same speed on the water? What's the range on those torpedoes? I guess we'll find out. So. Do you like that? Did you see that? He was trying to abate the attack move by leaving one bullfrog behind. Like, that was actually really smart.
Oh no, gets blocked off on the ore mine. I'm trying to do it again there. So he's going to lose several. He could have definitely played that one better. Maybe even faster.
It might have been the game though. I mean, like, the construction yard survives for Indies, and we didn't even have Burn going for that. Both of the cryocopters are also still alive as far as I'm aware. Oh, did they go down? The cryocopters? No, there's one. Maybe they didn't go down.
One's all you need. Okay.
That's better about a hammer tanks.
Yeah, looking healthy again.
Has there been the transition back into Sentinels? It looks like there has been one.
Sorry, what's the Sentinel?
Sorry, not Sentinel. The tank. The tank.
Hammer tank.
No. The equivalent for Vindies.
Oh, Guardian tank.
Guardian tank, right? Not Sentinel. Game. So close. Guardian tank.
Okay, there's several
Remember,
javelin
I do
troopers here.
try hard.
Will he laser lock? No, just going for the auto attacks. Going for the crushes here. So
the bears are so far out of position.
Well, yeah, he loses 2 hammer tanks there, so definitely could have been played better. Only 2 hammer tanks remain, and it does have a Guardian tank. It still has that ridiculous OP, fully heroic IFV cryo shot. Forces the hammer tanks to sort of juke around. It may not matter though.
I think that full hero
Oh,
one's gonna go
there
down.
it goes.
Nice. Okay, that's good. Cryocopters are still in the area. Pretty much resetting to the same situation we had previously. A few more hammer tanks in this engagement, however, and the bullfrogs are still up and running.
Okay, so only peacekeepers in the building. Oh wow, he may lose. No, he backs away. That's Mirage tank. Oh my god.
Oh!
Wow, that's actually the tier 3 tank. It's pretty outnumbered, but maybe enough. Okay, goes for the bullfrogs. So he's looking to make an air play. Could have got one more hammer tank had he not retargeted that.
Got it with the peacekeeper, I think. So ended up getting finished off, and now another Mirage comes out. PogChamp.
So the Mirage tanks are really weak, but the hammer tanks, they were frozen or they were shrunk, so were able to do really good damage on his own.
This play's awesome. I love it from Vindies.
You can also get the Prism Tower, but the problem is that you need to get the Defense Bureau. It's like a tech building beforehand.
Still has I love that he still has the scouting dogs in the water as well. Like
yeah.
North and south, just to make sure he doesn't get flanked. Getting caught out of position would just be awful right now. Okay, another hard reset. I mean, at least the construction yard's still going, and maybe we have to see like a transition or something from Burn, because.
By the way, that's if you see a tree where it shouldn't be, it's a Mirage tank. See, they're not very good in a situation like that. You really need to sort of play them right.
Territor is a nice.
If that makes sense. Like the Riptide in front is really good because the Riptides have pretty good health for their cost at least. Now, once again, he targeted down all of the bullfrogs, so no anti-air currently.
The Cryocopter currently has free reign. That's nice. One shrink, one freeze, and we'll probably go a Peacekeeper out of one of the buildings to finish that one off. I don't think that's going to be enough.
Taking out this Conyard is really important because the Conyard is also the tech level. Yeah. So
again, it's Riptide Mirage, which is working out alright. The Riptide wasn't actually in front, but the construction yard's still
he wasn't
still there. Yeah.
GG. I did not see that tech coming.
I didn't either. That was pretty impressive. Just in time too. It's like the first one pops out. It's like game saving. Yeah. The game saving Mirage.
There was a lot of clutch moments there. The last minute saves, the IFV. Ariburnu perhaps being a little bit greedy there. But whatever. That was a fun game. GG, well played to Vindies. You don't often see tier 3, so it is nice seeing that. At least not from allies. You don't see tier 3 so often. So yeah. Wrap up our evening of casting Red Alert 3. It's been fun, and I hope we return sometime soon.
Thank you.